It is a bright, sunshiny day here in the desert Southwest, and the temperature comfortable enough that they said, hey, let's open the roof. That's what they've done here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. It's the rookie, Jeremiah Love, with a carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
They'll set up to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Look at this defense.
They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dickson. A punt at 46, a return of 5. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
The Cardinals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Here's Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
First down.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
They'll run on 1st down with Price.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz pass that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's 3rd and 6. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards that time. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Love. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll throw again. Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll set up a throw.
They'll set up the screen to Price.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Price going to run it out of the gun.
And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
There's Michael Dixon now to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Brissett.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Brissett now. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. Down inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing, Brissett. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards.
And the Cardinals, first down.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Straight ahead with Price. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 10. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're going to look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. Now here's Michael Dixon. And with a strong wind at his back, he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
31-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw, Brissett. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Now third down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Brissett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Looking to put a drive together. On first down, they'll start out with Price. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's quickly out to Harrison. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Pass complete once again to Bourne. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. That's caught by Harrison, right side. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark. He's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Love. And hard running's going to get him over the 4 to the 42. Solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Here's Love again. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he whips that one incomplete there. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Caught by Wilson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watson going to get this one out wide. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On the ground, it's Price to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out right to Smith and Jigba. And Owen coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for this with Price. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Price. Oh, he's got a little daylight. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 41 yards. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Play action now. Brissett. They'll get this out to Love.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Here's Brissett. This is taken in by McBride. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. Now Brissett. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Brissett. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
They're going to look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Price.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
1st down, Seahawks.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now back to throw.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
At the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Well, he's going to go for it all.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Brissett. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To the left side, looked in by Horton.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
126 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll dump this off to Price. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. 1st and goal.
They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Tried to burrow in behind his offensive line and sneak it in, but the surge up front, it came from the defensive side of the line of scrimmage, and he was unable to get in.
Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's 2nd down. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now a first throw here in overtime.
Drops it underneath for Love.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, Brissett. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marvin
Had no
Harrison
command that
Jr.
time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield.